Hello, and welcome to today's show. I'm Megan Biermeister.
And I'm Sophie Swanson.
And we're here to tell you about the French revolts. Today's first interview is coming from Charles X. I'm here to interview Charles X. Charles inherited the throne from his older brother Louis XVIII in 1824. Charles wanted absolute power. In 1830, he made many changes which angered citizens. So, Charles, why did you reject the characters of French liberties, which created a two-house legislative and allows limited freedom of the press?
I believed in absolutism, so I wanted complete control. By making a two-house legislative and giving freedom to the press, I would lose some power. It's not acceptable to me.
Many rebels against you. How do you feel about the people disagreeing with you?
I'm very offended that my citizens would attack the cities and even the soldiers. Some rebels began to control Paris.
What did you do about these attacks?
I became very frightened, resigned, and fled to England.
Well, thank you, Charles, for that interview.
You're welcome.
Now we're interviewing
Louis Philippe. Hi, I'm here with Louis Philippe. Louis Philippe is Charles X's cousin. Louis was elected king after the radicals wanted to set up a constitutional monarchy. Louis was active in the citizens' daily lives. Your cousin, Charles X, was king as well. How do you think you compare to him?
Charles and I are polar opposites of one another. I owed my throne to the citizens of France. Charles, on the other hand, did not give any power to the people.
Why did people call you the citizen king?
I got along very well with the bourgeoisie. I love to dress in common clothes like a frock coat and a top hat. Sometimes I walk the streets and shaking people's hands.
The bourgeoisie flourished under your rule. Why do you think that is so?
My policies often favored the bourgeoisie. I also owed my throne to the people, and they respected me for that.
For that interview.
Now we have an interview with a local citizen for more details about the revolts. Hello, I'm here to interview a local citizen about the revolts. So, what was it like living during the 1830s to 1850s?
It was interesting. There was a constant fight for equality. People wanted their wishes to be fulfilled, and there was nothing stopping them.
Really? That's interesting.
It is.
So, what was the revolt in 1830 like?
The revolt was very frightening. The radicals began attacking everything and anything. The king, Charles X, was so terrified he left France.
Other countries started to catch on to the rebels. What countries started to revolt?
Metternich once said, "Once France sneezes, Europe catches the cold." In Belgium, workers threw up barricades in Brussels, the capital. As a result, 1 year later, Belgium became independent.
What was the French revolt like in 1848?
There was a recession happening, and people were already angry. But when the government began to silence the citizens, the people reacted by trashing the streets. Many protesters sang the national anthem. By June, upperclassmen had won control of the government, but not the working class. Rioters attacked, and at least 1,500 people were killed.
What happened after that?
Elections for the new president began, and Louis Napoleon was elected. He attracted the working middle class. He was a good leader for France. There continued to be revolts and changed many throughout the European governments.
Thank you for filling us in on that information
You're
about the revolt.
welcome.
Goodbye. That concludes our interviews for today. Thank you to all our guest speakers, and thank you for watching.
Catch us again at 6 o'clock.